Hello! So I am back to do an album reaction slash first listen for Blackpink's new album Born Pink, and again I'm super excited to check out all of the songs on the album and hear the whole thing, especially now after loving Shut Down so much this morning. While I have already heard Pink Venom, Shut Down, and Ready for Love, I am still going to listen to those because I feel like it wouldn't be an album reaction without them. So yeah, let's just get into this album. Alright, so at the top of the album we obviously have Pink Venom, which I have heard, and although I was quite a hater in my reaction video on that day when it came out, I am a Pink Venom enjoyer now. I listen to this song for fun, so there's that. It definitely took some time to grow on me, but it did, so. I've also kind of been trying to learn the choreography, but I haven't like fully committed on whether or not I want to do it or not. Like I can follow along like sitting down, like the hand movements and everything, but actually doing it, oh, okay. I always forget because it's different on each chorus. It's just like a reflex to start doing the dance when I hear the chorus, so might as well just go for it. Also, this chorus, the beat or whatever, it sounds like Mome by J Park, and I think that was what made me like this song. That was my turning point. It was like, wait, this sounds like Mome. That's so embarrassing. But I can't lie, this part just embarrasses me still. I just don't like it at all. I just wish they didn't do that and they did something different because yeah, if I'm ever playing it like in a speaker or something, I turn this part down because I'm like, I bring the pain like. Okay. I am listening on Spotify, so ads. Excellent. Hopefully there's not too many. Ah, no, 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 it was shuffling. Oh my god. Anyway, so the next song is Shut Down. I still can't get over this song. I was listening to it all day. Gosh, this is such a bad bitch anthem. I love it. I also cannot get over the video still. I've been trying to watch that in between tasks at work. Ooh, that part. I keep messing up that lyric. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Okay, now the next song is one that I have not heard yet. It's Type of Girl. This got semi-spoiled for me because I follow Becca Boom, who I'm pretty sure worked on this song. And for some reason, Instagram has decided that they're just going to automatically have the volume on for everything. Whether that be a video story or a reel or a post that has a video in it, just automatically the volume is going to be on and I will hear whatever is playing. So I was just scrolling, minding my own business, and then Becca Boom's video shows up and it's got part of this song in it. Oh my god, I was so angry. Anyway. I'm scared. Is that an F-bomb immediately? Okay. Okay, I don't understand a word she's saying, but I have chills.
Cause I'm that girl that drives you crazy, but you can't leave me alone. Got you thinking maybe I was supernatural.
Okay, it's playful, for sure. Okay. Lisa.
She wants you taken out. Type of girl who got bag and some quality of Chanel.
I am struggling to understand what half the words are, but it's okay.
Cause I'm that girl that drives you crazy.
Okay.
You killing me alone. Got you thinking maybe I was supernatural. I'm the type of girl that make you forget that you got it tight. Type that make you
Okay.
only thing you done is hate. I'm the type of girl. I'm the type of girl. I'm the type of girl. Like da da da. Da da da. Like da da da. Da da da.
Oh, it's over. I'm not gonna lie. I could not understand what like half of the lyrics were, because I have a really hard time with that, just in general, even for songs that are in all English, can't do it. So that one's gonna take a few listens, but it was interesting. Very interesting. So the next one is Yeah Yeah Yeah. Is Yeah 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 the one that Rose and Jisoo worked on? I know they both were on one of the songs and I can't at the moment remember which one it is. Also, Hard to Love and Tally are marked as explicit as well as Type of Girl. So that's something to look forward to. Okay, Yeah Yeah Yeah. This is the one that it was playing in the shuffle. Okay. This sounds familiar. Something about this is so familiar. Yes, this is the one that Jisoo and Rose worked on. Okay, I was right. Ooh, Lisa. Ooh, yeah, something about it is just familiar, but I can't place it. Listen, I know if I played it for my mom, she'd be like, oh, it's this, that, and the other thing. Ooh. Ooh, it's fun. I feel like this one would be fun in concert, like maybe for the encore, perhaps. Do we mind not doing that? Okay, so the next song is Hard to Love, which both of my friends said that they think that I would like this one the most, and it's also marked as explicit, so I'm very excited. I like it already. Really? Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Miss Rose, pop off. Is it just Rose? Is this just Rose? I wasn't expecting any of them to have like solo songs on the album. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just wasn't expecting like any of them to have solo songs. I thought it was all going to be all of them. But okay. Alright, not mad at that. Alright, next song is The Happiest Girl, which my friend said was misleading.
Don't hold my hand, don't back me back, don't say that we'll make it through this. If I'm so beautiful, then why? My heart only wants you.
Oh, beautiful.
But tonight I'll be the happiest girl in the world.
Wow,
You'll
Lisa.
see, like it doesn't matter. I can't stop the tears
Wow.
if I want to. I can't stop the tears if I want to. I can't stop the tears if I want to. But tonight I'll be the happiest girl in the world. Where words paint the past in a perfect picture.
I'm just so stunned right now.
The high we chase till the crash. No,
Lisa.
you're not the one who gets to cry. My heart only wants you.
Oh my god.
I
just have, ooh, layered vocals, love. I just have full body chills. Dang.
Is a smooth pop of a bottle.
Lisa?
Fix a heart, a broken heart.
God, she sounds amazing in particular.
All it takes is a little rolling paper. Take us to
Ooh,
the
these
start.
layered vocals, yes.
To the start. By tonight I'll be the happiest girl in the world. You see, like it doesn't matter. Tonight I'll be the happiest girl in the world. You see, like it
Wow.
happened. I can stop
Wow.
the tears if I want to. I can stop the tears if I want to. I can stop the tears if I want to. But tonight
Ow.
I'll be the happiest girl in the world. You'll see, like it never happened.
Ow. Oh my god. Hello? We only have 2 more songs left. One of them is Tally, which is the next song. This one is also marked as explicit. And then the last one is Ready for Love. So let's get into Tally. Hello? His guitar? Question mark?
I say fuck you when I feel it.
Okay.
No one's keeping tally. I do what I want with who I like.
Okay.
I ain't gon' conceal it. While you talking all that shit, I'll be getting mine, getting mine. Don't
All right.
apologize for my behavior. If you're offended, I don't care. Everybody just been looking twice, but my body don't belong tonight. Them down, and I'm not gonna change 'cause you say so.
Okay. Love.
I say fuck you when I feel it, 'cause no one's keeping tally. I do what I want with who I like.
Okay.
I ain't gonna conceal it. I just do it like a boy. Say I'm getting mine, getting
Oh, alright. I did not think they were going to be dropping this many swears, but I'm living for it. Jisoo! Okay. Wow. I was not expecting them to swear so much. I know they swore on their last album a couple times, but this is like, this is a lot. I'm living for it though. Absolutely living for it. Oh my god. Okay, now the last song is Ready for Love, which I do actually enjoy as well. It grew on me really quickly. So. My voice does not go that high. Yeah, I like this one a lot more than when I first ever heard it, but I don't listen to it often, or I didn't listen to it often, because it wasn't on Spotify, and I was too lazy to go to YouTube every time I wanted to listen to it, so. But now I don't have to, and it doesn't matter, because now it's on Spotify, and then I will have the CD next week, question mark? Yeah, most of this is just gonna be me singing along, sorry. And as much as I do think that they could have done something with this part of the song instead of this, I do like it better now. Kind of eating my words, but it's okay. And just like that, Born Pink is over. You already know that I'm sad that it's only 8 songs, so there's that. But, this was an interesting mix of songs, to be quite honest. Definitely need to sit and think about my thoughts. So I'm gonna do that, and I will be back in, well, it'll be like a second for you, but it's probably gonna take me like an hour, so let me get cracking on that, and I will be right back. So I tried to film my thoughts on the album like 1 to 2 hours after listening to Born Pink for the first time, but in going to edit it, I absolutely hated how it turned out, and I felt as though I explained everything really poorly, so I'm refilming it now with a script. So if you see me looking down a lot, it's because I'm looking at that. So it's currently Sunday morning, and I've listened to the album a lot more now. So my thoughts here will be a mix of what I originally said on Friday night after my 3 to 4 listens, and things that I thought throughout my subsequent listens. And I feel like I say these things all the time in my reactions, but just in case this is your first time watching me, a couple disclaimers before we get into my thoughts. The first one is, everything that I say is solely from a fan perspective. I am in no way an expert in music, and I will not be talking about anything technical because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just quite poorly describing if I like how the songs sound or not, and what I do and or do not like about the songs and the album. The second one is, of course, I've listened to the album more than I listened to it on Friday night when I initially filmed, but these are still really only first impressions. Everything is still really new, so my thoughts and mind could and most likely will change the more time that I spend listening to the album and get it mixed into my rotation. So with those out of the way, I'm going to start with my thoughts on just the 5 songs that were brand new to me. So to start with Type of Girl, I like this one quite a bit, and I would say that this is also a bad bitch anthem in a way, but different from Shutdown. Shutdown is basically a diss track to people who talk shit about Blackpink, and this is more about Blackpink like as people, kind of lyrically anyway. And it's like that sort of bad bitch anthem, not about their career necessarily like Shutdown is. As I said while I was listening to it the first time, I had a bit of trouble understanding what half of the lyrics were, but once I watched a lyric video, I was vibing with it more, and it definitely made me feel a little bit more confident singing along to these lyrics, even if some of them were like a little bit cringy, and even if I definitely am not that type of girl. As for things about the song that I enjoy, the little piano instrumental in the beginning I think is really playful and fun, but it's also a little bit misleading because of that absolute 180 that the song does. But I also like that they sprinkle it back in every once in a while in different places throughout the instrumental. And this is kind of stupid, but it does make me laugh every time I hear the song because the intro piano kind of reminds me of the Rugrats theme song. Like, I don't know if that was intentional, but it makes me laugh and smile every time I hear the song start, so there's that. And then the one thing that I don't like about this song, but I also don't know how it could be remedied, is that I feel like it just ends so suddenly and it feels really short, but that's also a very typical thing with Blackpink songs, so I'm not really like surprised by it. It's just like, oh, okay. Don't know what to do about that, but that's okay. As for Yeah Yeah Yeah, I feel really bad saying this, mostly because of the fact that this is the one song that any of the girls have writing credits on this time, but I don't super vibe with this song at the moment. This one for me was kind of meh, like nothing about it really excited me too much, but I do like the lyrics, and I still think that this one would be really fun to experience in a concert setting. Just to dance and jump around to, and I was thinking about that a lot as I listened to the album, since they are touring again this year and the tour shares the name of the album, so I figured they're probably gonna play at least some of these live when they do tour. But besides that, right now at least, it's just kind of meh and not one that I think I'm going to be reaching for, but honestly, who knows. As for Hard to Love, my friends were definitely right to say that I would like this song a lot because I do. I am Rosé biased, so it's very exciting to me that she got a solo song and that she was swearing in it as well. I was literally tweeting a bunch this past week about how I wish that they would give the girls more songs for group albums and for their solo albums as well, or that Rosé would do more covers because I love her voice so much. And I was also watching all of her performances from the Sea of Hope show that she did last year just because I love her voice so much and I love hearing her sing. And now we have one more Rosé solo song, so that's very exciting. I'm so happy that we got it. From these initial listens, I really like this one a lot at the moment, but it's not a love right now. But I am almost certain that this one will move its way up in my ranking the more time that I have with this song and listening to the album by itself and mixed in with everything else that I listen to on a daily basis. I will say that this song didn't go where I thought it would from that intro, but that's totally fine. There's also something really familiar about the guitar or just the instrumental overall, but I can't place it, so that's really annoying and it's going to drive me up the wall every time I listen to the song, but it's fine. The Happiest Girl is definitely one of my top favorites out of these 5 new songs, and overall as well, but I will get to that after this. I'm an absolute sucker for a slow song slash ballad type of song, especially one from Blackpink. I think it's such a stark contrast from their usual hype, confident, in-your-face type songs, and just they only ever seem to get one ballad per album, so it's also very rare that we get something like this from them, so I really, really love this by default. I do think they all sound absolutely incredible in this song, all singing, but I also think that this song really showcases Lisa's vocal ability and range, question mark, really well, and even a little bit more of Jennie's that we don't get to hear very often because they are rapping or talk singing a lot of the time in Blackpink songs. I feel like in other songs that have Lisa singing in them, we didn't really get to hear the full potential of her voice, but I feel like in this song we just heard so much of it and it just makes me so excited, and her vocals are definitely one of my favorite parts of the whole song. Overall, I really love everything about this song. The lyrics hurt, but they're really powerful. They all sound amazing, and obviously those layered vocals in certain places in the song were just chef's kiss everything to me. I really, really love this song. And then last but not least is Tally, and this is another song that I didn't know exactly what to expect from the intro, but I love this song so much. It's actually insane. Like, I think this is honestly my top favorite from the album, which I didn't think just from my first listen. It took a few to kind of realize that, but I think it's my top favorite. And also, I knew they were going to swear since it was marked explicit, but I was just not expecting them to come out swinging with an F-bomb and then just keep repeating it the entire time. But I'm so down with it. I live for it. I love it so much. I just really love how angsty the song feels just from the lyrics and the instrumental as well, and I just love that guitar so much. I love guitar in like all songs pretty much, as I've said in many of my reaction videos. And I was even talking with a friend earlier about my hopes for this album, and I was saying that I hope that they would maybe try something that leaned a little bit more in the like rock, pop punk direction or vibe in some capacity, like other groups have been trying throughout this past year or so, and I think this is just scraping the surface of that, so that's very exciting to me. Obviously it's not like a full-on like rock song or like super rock or pop punk, but it's like getting there, and I want them to like keep edging into that, but it's okay. So overall, I would rank the 5 new songs from favorite to least as Tally, The Happiest Girl, Type of Girl, Hard to Love, and Yeah Yeah Yeah. And then my ranking for the entire album is a little bit shakier, and it's definitely going to change, but it would be Tally, The Happiest Girl, Shut Down, Type of Girl, Pink Venom, Hard to Love, Ready for Love, and Yeah Yeah Yeah. And I don't think I normally do this, but if I had to give this album a ranking out of 10, I would give it maybe a 6 or a 6.5, which feels really low, but again, this is just initially. It could go up, and I feel like it's going to the more listens that I have. As for things that I like about the album, one of my cynical expectations about Born Pink, especially since there were 8 songs again, was that it was going to somehow be a subtle repeat of the album with all of the songs. Obviously YG and Teddy have their if it ain't broke don't fix it formula / structure for a lot of Blackpink songs, and they use it all the time, and I would not put it past them to do the same thing with this second album, but I don't think that they really did that. The only thing that's the exact same is the album is half English and half Korean songs. Otherwise, I think that they semi-tried some new things and had some different sounds from the songs on the album, which I appreciate, but as always, I feel like they could have done a little bit more, experimented a little bit more, tried some new things out, you know. But they kind of did, so I'll give them a pass. And then as for things that I don't like / why I took off points, mainly has to do with the fact that there's only 8 songs, and that's honestly my #1 reason for taking off points. It just doesn't feel like a full album with only 8 songs, especially when other groups that I like do 8 songs as a mini album, and this is something that I said about the album last year, but I was just so excited that we had even gotten a full album from them that I didn't want to like jinx anything by complaining, so there's that. But also, a lot of the songs on the album are under 3 minutes as well, so like not only is the album short, but a lot of the songs are as well, so the runtime of the whole album is short as well, so it's like not fully satisfying, like it just leaves you wanting more. And not to mention, it's been 2 years since the album, so I was hoping that maybe they would have more than 8 songs since it's been that long of a time since their last comeback, but no. That did not happen. And then I guess technically the only official pre-release single was Pink Venom, but since they also released Ready for Love beforehand, I'm considering both of them pre-release singles, and I think they gave an okay glimpse into what the album would be like, but they made me more nervous for the album than excited for it, which is not a good feeling to have, especially when this is one of your alt groups and they also don't release music very often and you want to like it, but then the pre-release singles happen and you're like, what the hell is this? So that is also why I kind of took off some points. Related to that, I think that they probably shouldn't have done 2 pre-release singles again, considering there's only 8 songs. I mean, like, I get why they're doing it, which I think is to show off the 2 different sides that there are in the album, with one black song and one pink song. But I think it just kind of gives too much away. And I know they did the same thing with the album, but I feel the same. I think it kind of just gave too much away. I think if they had 10 or 12 songs on the album, 2 pre-release singles would probably be okay. Otherwise, I think they need to just pick one, but I don't know which one would have been really able to encapsulate both sides of the songs on the album and both kind of vibes that they have, with the like 4 more intense songs and then the 4 not so in your face type songs, if that makes sense. And you know, maybe this is just the way that I operate, but by the time I get to listen to the album in full, I've heard almost half of it already, which is not really ideal. Obviously I've heard the pre-releases beforehand because I react to those and they come out first, and then I listen to the title track when I watch the music video, which I do before listening to the album. So by the time I get to the album, there's a lot less new stuff, and then it just feels even shorter when there's only 8 songs. And then going back to not vibing with the pre-releases, I think it foreshadowed a little bit how I feel like this album is going to take more listens than the album did to really know how I feel about it and have it like a little higher in my ranking. So I went back and watched the album reaction, and I was pretty solid in my rankings then, and they only changed slightly once I had more time to really listen, but I feel like Born Pink is going to take a little bit more work. That being said, I feel like once I have more time with the songs, my ranking will go up a point or so, probably. So overall, I would say that I was pleasantly surprised by Born Pink, and it's a decent album. I'm definitely going to be listening to it a lot because I do love Blackpink, and I'm excited to see how my feelings change the more listens that I have. But I'm definitely curious how other people are feeling about it, so let me know what you think. What are your favorite songs on the album? Is Born Pink better than the album for you? Do you prefer one over the other, or do you just love it no matter what? Like, just anything, let me know. I'm really excited to see how other people are feeling. But yeah, I think that is all from me, and I will see you in my next video, which should be an unboxing of all 3 versions of the album.